Good morning. Hi, it's me, Kurt. It's been so damn beautiful this week, and I just so happened to choose the one day that it's raining to vlog. But that's okay, because I still think it's beautiful. I gotta get to work. Every time I stand in this window, I feel like I should be doing a puppet show. I love This fridge is such a monstrosity. Look at this.
I'm pretty sure, is this an unopened jar of pickles? Here, this is a good. It's raining today, are we still gonna do it?
I have trail shoes. Oh!
Okay, so one thing I wanted to talk about today, was gear. The gear that I use and why I use the gear I use. My thesis that I want to talk about is the idea of doing a lot with a little, because I think it's very, very easy to have this kind of romance with gear. I think it's very similar to collecting stuff. A lot of people turn into collectors because I think they're more in love with the idea of having things than they are the idea of enjoying what it is they're getting. And that isn't to say there's anything wrong with that or that I'm generalizing all collectors. This is just my approach to why I have and use what I have. But the thing that I think is really, really important is that it's not so much about the camera you use, but it's about the photographer. And I don't think tools are always what makes something great. It's how you choose to creatively use those tools. I'll pick this up in a bit because I gotta get to work. Maybe I won't be able to work because there's no internet. Do you guys have internet?
No.
I do. I think.
Do you have internet?
No. Just kidding. This vlog just turned into a let's play of the internet browser, not internet game. Oh, got it.
That's right. Usually they're like attention seekers.
It's tough
They want to be like the top.
Right, yeah. Yes! So every day at 10 o'clock at City Newspaper, we go out and play frisbee. Today is an exceptional day because, well, we have nothing else to do. Just went over the fence. End game.
Of course we can. I mean, it's easy enough to just like.
Cool. Okay, so doing a lot with a little, that's right. So over time, something I've noticed about myself is that I almost sort of resent having a lot of tools to get something done, but I've only developed that philosophy over time where there are times when I have everything I need in front of me and I just can't seem to get what I want done. And really, I don't know if I'm entirely sure what that is. I think it's because sometimes when you have everything that you need, it is in a way either overwhelming or distracting to the core of what you want to be doing. I started YouTube with a Lumix GH2, which is actually, I think, a 7-year-old camera, and I got it used from another videographer in town for $200. Now, a punchline is it didn't actually come with a lens, so I had already had two very old Canon lenses that didn't fit the GH2, and both of these lenses you can get on eBay for probably under $50 to $40. And then on top of that, I had to use an adapter, which was 10 bucks to use these lenses on the camera. And one thing that I do think is super important, and if you are capable of spending any amount of money, you should consider buying a microphone of some kind, because the microphone that's going to be on your DSLR or your cell phone will be okay, but it won't be the best. And I really believe that you're less likely to watch a video if the audio is bad, contrary to whether or not the video is really good. And it wasn't until months after I started my YouTube channel that I bought the lens I currently have, which is a tiny little pancake lens that's just a wide angle, so it's a lot easier to film closely and kind of have the camera in hand. I really couldn't do that with my prior lenses. And then of course, a tripod. But if I were to be totally honest, really the only things I use is the one 14mm lens, the camera, the microphone, and the tripod. That's really it. And this is the setup that I use for primarily all of the shoots I do for city newspaper and some of my freelance work. And when it comes to lighting, the sun is a beautiful thing. That's my light. That's what I use. I sit by a window. I did, however, buy a light, an LED light, but I haven't even used it yet. But I can't act too DIY because I am privileged enough to have an iMac. So I do use an iMac, and I also use Adobe Premiere Pro, which again isn't that cheap, but when you set your priorities straight and decide what it is you want to accomplish, in return you should then subtract expenses in your life that aren't as important. So for me, I stopped indulging in a lot of crap to be able to accomplish what it is that I'm doing now. Now, to be honest, this was a joint purchase with my girlfriend, so I did have help. But before I had this, I was using this bad boy for 9 years. Look at that. And I was even using and editing on this even at the point of which the hinge was broken and the screen was completely damaged. But I kept going because I had to do it. I had to keep going. I had to work with what I had. Also, I nearly forgot. Thanks for watching. I'm Kurt. I hope you have a great day. Consider subscribing if you like this video. Whatever you want. This might be the end? I'm not sure yet. I might film more. I'll find out. Okay, bye.